Go.
So I saw this video of a lady who was speaking about a man who has kids before, how difficult it is to meet a man or to date a man who have kids. And I saw this in Tunde Not Post. So I would like to talk about this to know how or what my woman thinks about this as well, because I think she's in the same situation, because I have two kids before I met her. So I would like to know what she thinks. Now we have our third child, we have three kids. So let's see what she thinks about this video.
Being together with somebody who has kids. I honestly never thought that I will end up in that kind of situation. But life has its own ways and love has its own ways. And I remember when we started our journey with you, there was so many people who said that, yes, don't get into that. He already has baggage, that you don't need that in your life. But I had my stubbornness in me, and I wanted what I wanted, and I knew that if I love the person, then there is no reason not to love his kids. Of course, it hasn't been an easy journey, and there are things that I agree with what we saw in the video, that yes, it's a roller coaster. It has been with ups and downs, and it has been hard, and not everything has been easy. Maybe on what we show to the world looks like it's beautiful, but we have had our ups and downs as well. But never ever I have thought less of kids or like you, because the love doesn't change. It's hard, but my love doesn't change for you guys. And it's just crazy that nowadays people don't see that every case is different. Maybe for somebody it didn't work, but then for some other person it might work, and just because the person might hear this story would be scared to even go somewhere like that without knowing how the future will go and how things will be with the person, But yeah, I love my kids and my all three kids the same way. Yes, they might not be biologically my children, two of them, but my heart loves them equally. I love them as much as I love my own biological daughter. They all are my children, and that's how I see them.
So do you think that when a man or a woman marries or be in relationship with the partner who has a child, do you think anything should be done less than for anyone? Like, can anything be done less for any of the case?
No, definitely no.
Why not?
Because how I see it, as when you enter that kind of relationship, from my side, you and your kids, you are one full package. There is no separation between you and kids. Your children are it's part of who you are, and I can't separate that from you. If I do that, then that is very selfish of me. I think that either everything or nothing. That's how I see it. And talking about our little one and our big ones, They are sisters and brothers. And that's how I see it. There's no half. I see them as brother and sister. And there is not my kids and there's not your kids. They all are our kids, you know? I don't want them to ever feel that kind of way that, for example, our little one would like feel that she has some kind of separation or being different just because like she's biologically our daughter, you know. I don't want that for them at all. I want them to be and see that they are together and they are equally what is their name? I forgot. Like we don't value anyone less or more. They are our children and we equally love them.
So what happens to family or a man who does that or a woman who does that, who loves any of the kids more than he loves or she loves the other one? What do you think could happen to that kind of family?
There is no future for that kind of family, in my opinion, because I see it in a way that if you love the person but you cannot love his or she's children, then you don't truly love the person. Like I said, there is no separation between the person and the children. It's like, it would be like you want to be together with my head, but you don't like my hands. So you will cut off my hands to just look at my head. It doesn't work that way. Either you take everything or you take nothing.
So here is Jamaica.
Say hello. Cheese.
This is our last born. We have also 2 other kids who are the elder ones. So why we are making this video is we know that there is a lot of families who are into the same situation, but to avoid any drama or any problem, instead of going into relationship or marriage where you can't handle it, if the man has a child before you meet him, or maybe the woman has a child before you meet her, if you think you cannot handle it mentally, then better not go inside, because you can't pretend.
No.
You know,
Sooner or later it will just come out.
you can't pretend. Love is not something one can pretend. You might do the pretending for some time, but it will burst out at some point. You know, so check yourself. If it's something you can do, can you love these kids unconditionally? Can you love this woman unconditionally? If yes, then go into it. Yeah, there will be some difficult time when the kids might try to test you, you know, provoke you, do this, do that. It's all good, you know.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey, exactly. It's part of the journey.
That's the only way how kids will actually get to know you as a person, because they don't know you come in there as a stranger for them, and they want to know you, and the only way I think how they get to know you is through challenging you. They want to know what is your boundaries, what is like your limitations, how far they can go. They need to learn that, and it's just part of the process. And don't think that they hate you or they're mean to you or they think whatever they think, you know, but they just want to know you, and they just want to see that you love them, and that's all you need to do. But like you said, honey, like if you feel as a person that it's not for you, don't go there. And then don't be as an example to somebody else who maybe would love to try that and thinks that could do that, but just because he or she maybe saw your experience, was encouraged not to do that and end up being maybe unhappy. So just be true to yourself, and that all it matters, because once you are true to yourself, then everything else will just fall into places where it needs to be.
Exactly. Okay, guys, this is what we just needed to speak about for this video of a lady who we saw in Tunde Nose Post. Thank you, guys, and see you guys later. Peace.